Hello, we're here with Point Park University women's volleyball head coach Mike Bruno. They just got done with an outstanding 2011 season, 36-6 overall, a trip to the NAIA National Tournament, an American Mideast Conference Tournament Championship. Coach Bruno, what are your general thoughts of such a successful season in 2011?
I was, I just looking at the process of 7 years. It's been a progression, and I think this year was a great experience for the kids. And I look to take this year and build upon it in the future. And I thought we've gained some valuable postseason experience this year that the kids. It's going to serve the program very well in future years.
And going back to that national tournament appearance, the first one in program history, you lost to a very good Indiana Tech team in the national tournament opening round. What are your thoughts on that match in particular?
Again, going back to the experience, we played a very, very good Tech team, and it was their fourth year in a row that they were in the national tournament, and it was on their floor, and I think it was evident with some of the mistakes that were made on our side of the net. I'm really proud of the kids for getting there and the adversity they fought throughout that match. But I think the experience won that match for Indiana Tech. They're very good. They've been in the national tournament. Those seniors, this was their fourth time. So, and it was evident the way they played compared to the way we played on our side of the net.
You touched on it a little bit, but what did you tell the players after that season-ending loss? How did they take it, that sort of thing?
It was tough. I'm not one to talk after matches. I always use the 24-hour rule, and we address competition the next day in practice. But unfortunately, the last match of the year, you don't have that opportunity. So, I pulled the kids into a team room, and we talked a little bit. And I told the girls that, hey, I've challenged you all year long, and I'm going to ask one last challenge for this season of each and every one of you. I want you guys to focus on what we've accomplished, not what we fell short of against Indiana Tech, and to focus on what a great season it was and all the accomplishments and the journey we had in the 2011 campaign.
And that's exactly right. I mean, 36-6, the most wins ever, the fewest losses ever, the first conference tournament championship. With that AMC title, how awesome was that to win that on your home court in front of your fans, first one in program history?
It was great watching that last ball hit the ground and watching the kids celebrate. It was, I've wanted that for the kids here at Point Park for the longest time. And it made it extra special, playing right here, right on campus in the Student Center. And it was just, it was great. The fan support, the kids that played with a lot of emotion. And Damon played well. They played very well. Probably the toughest they played us out of the 3 contests this season.
Moving on to talk about some individual players. You had so much talent on this team, and it showed in the all-conference awards. Player of the Year, Lindsay Oberacker, was on the first team along with Brittany Loda, Taylor Pugliese, and Nicole Wursel, and also Rachel Stadina, a honorable mention pick. What can you say about some of those individual talents that you have on your team?
Well, before we even get into that, I want to talk about Margaret Galoli, Alyssa Hall, and Amanda Ardinger. Our backcourt is fabulous, and those kids are the they're the core of what we've accomplished. And unfortunately, they're the kids that are kind of they're working behind the scenes, not getting a lot of the accolades or a lot of the attention. But they set the tone for everything with their defense and their first ball contacts in order to get Taylor the ball to distribute the amount of sets she had, and for our attackers to get viable cuts at the ball and get their kills. So again, that starts it, and I feel compelled.
Yeah, absolutely.
To talk about those kids, but Lindsay and Brittany by far were our go-to arms this year. They we were using them as much as we possibly could. Nicole had a great season, as a sophomore. Rachel, come in mid-season, gained a starting opportunity, and just she played really well. Taylor Pugliese, what a great young lady she is, and leader of our offense, and her athleticism and her how she grew this year as a setter. I was really proud of her.
And looking ahead to next year, practically all of those players are coming back next year. Where does the program go from here?
Well, I think I'd mentioned earlier in one of your questions that it's a progression, and we got a taste of it, and it's going to take a lot of hard work to get back to the NAIA tournament. But that's the expectation. We're in a different conference next year. The path is going to be a little bit different than this year. But the expectation is we got a small taste of it, and we want to continue pushing forward, and making that a traditional part of our season.
Finally, from a recruiting angle, with the success of the program, what are some reasons to come to Point Park to play volleyball?
Well, I think it's it was great. We finally put Point Park volleyball on the national map this year. On a regional level, it's such a great. The young ladies love being downtown, being part of the hustle and bustle and all the amenities that the city of Pittsburgh has to offer, and it's just great that we're getting a lot of attention not only on the regional but even the national level, and we're just going to continue pushing forward and continue trying to be one of the best volleyball programs in the region, and that's where we're heading, and we love great players to be part of it, and we're just going to work hard in the off season and do my diligence recruiting hard, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's what it's about. You taste that success, you just want more and more of it.
All right, very good. This has been Point Park University women's volleyball head coach Mike Bruno, 36-6 this past year, NAIA National Tournament appearance, and I don't think we even mentioned AMC Coach of the Year for him this year. Very humble in that regard. But, Coach, thanks for taking the time. Good luck in the future.
Thanks, Scott.